are some good soldering tips. Remember, solder gets hot. That's why it melts. So you should always make sure you're wearing your safety glasses because it could sputter and spit, and you just never know where it's going to go, and it's really, really hot. You could burn yourself easily. Alright, when you're soldering, make sure you're on a fire-resistant surface. Under no means put this just on plain old bare wood, or certainly not copper. Also, make sure you have a first aid kit nearby. That's really important, and equally important, a good fire extinguisher, and make sure it's charged, not one that's been laying around for a while. Never leave your iron plugged in and unattended. What I have is I have my iron plugged into this heat controller with a little red light on front, and that tells me that the soldering iron is on. When I turn it off, I know the soldering iron is off. It's an important safety aspect to remember because the soldering iron itself does not have any indication that it is on. Also, make sure you don't overload any of your outlets. Although it may look like I have a lot plugged in right here, only one of those things is on right now, and that's the soldering iron. Everything is just plugged in for future use, and it's also a very good surge arrest outlet, and that's an important thing to have as well. Alright, after you've assembled everything, you've got it where you believe you want it all to be, and you've got it tacked in nicely, you're going to want to actually tack the pieces together with a little bit of solder to hold it together so that you can actually complete your solder job. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of flux, and I'm going to start around the nose of the kitty. I'm just going to put it on a couple sides, down by the chin, the cheeks, over here, and then just for now I'm going to just do that, and then I'm going to come in and go and do the rest of it. But so you can see how this works, I'll then just take my hot iron and make sure it's got a nice heat going there, and just tack that right there. Right there. There, and that's actually, so this whole area right here now is one solid piece, and then when I tack everything else I can go through and then make everything look nice and smooth and clean for the finished piece. Alright, I finished tacking the piece, and I've got flux all over the place, and it doesn't look that great right now because, of course, this is just holding it all together. There's lots more to go, and you'll see there's actually flux. Now the flux I'm using is non-corrosive, so I'm not wearing gloves, but if you check your label, you may see you should be wearing gloves. In this particular case, it's not that important. I'm just going to take a paper towel, go in here and remove the extra flux. Easily soaks it up. And you'll see that all the little places, like right up here, I've tacked this corner, tacked where 2 or 3 pieces of meat together. Over here where all the complicated smaller pieces are, I put little pieces of solder throughout the whole thing to make sure that they're all held together. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and finish this up and make a nice beads throughout the entire piece.